Okay,
Welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thieves Incorporated. The last we left off, the party had just escaped from prison on an island, and now they are currently at the. What's it? Now they have just entered the doorway back to Sigil. It is currently around the evening time at the moment. You see that the streets don't seem to be too crowded at the moment, and you can actually see visible paths. What do you guys want to do?
Apparently not approach the tower that's causing me to short circuit right now.
Oh no, that was it?
That was
You
back
said there
in
was
the
an
other place.
anti-magic tower somewhere.
Okay, I think that was back on the other side of the portal.
It's what's it? We're on the you guys are on the other side of the portal. You guys are fine at the moment.
All right. All right. I remember we were heading towards a job opening.
Yeah. You said it's evening though.
It is evening.
Alright, so we should probably find ourselves some form of lodging or something.
Find your room and board.
Yeah, just something to use as a quote-unquote base or whatever.
All right. Each of you, or at least everyone that cares, roll me a perception check, or at least how do you guys want to go about finding a place?
I extend my telescope eye and see what I can do. My eye patch flips up and a telescope pulls out.
Okay then.
If there's anything in the distance.
All right.
I'll
wait. Yeah. Okay. What about the rest of you? It's do you guys just want to look, or do you guys want to talk to someone? You guys want to get a map somewhere?
Yeah, I'll get a map and look around on the map for where the general residential area would be, or where in the apartments and the like.
All right.
I mean, I've been to Sigil before, so
I probably have to. So.
But do you want to get a place that's close to where you want to be, or a place that you want to find later?
Well, oh yeah, we have the thing.
Yeah, we do have our party.
Or you could go to the building and see if they're still open.
Turbo's starting off pretty strong with this roll.
Yeah, it's 24. Skirbo, you don't recognize anything. You see a bunch of buildings. I'm sorry to tell you.
This floor is made out of floor. Yes.
Yes.
Very scientific.
Oh my god.
So with that 24, I will say that you do find a bunch of you do find a bunch of buildings that you presume to be residential.
I just accidentally send a chat message?
Yeah.
I don't mean to do that.
Okay, that's a spell of some kind.
Let's see
no,
if you guys roll a 0.
It's just me doing things wrong.
All right. But yeah, I guess Brad, you want to make you're trying to find a map, right?
Yeah.
Do you want so are you asking someone for the map, or are you just assuming that they just have a map stand?
I made it something that'd be a stand, at the very least a stand that has a map that you can't take with, if not but hopefully better yet, a stand of maps that you can take a map with you.
All right.
Like a theme
roll me a
park or
perception check.
something.
Perception.
Take a really big theme park.
Take a map.
No. Stop. Don't you go there.
What are we referring to?
Friend.
Stop.
My friend had a dream of being accosted by 30 of those damn things.
No. Oh my god.
What are we referring to?
Five Nights.
Five Nights at Freddy's security breach.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the worst jump scares in the game is you exit an elevator and immediately a robot appears and it's just take a map.
Yeah, there's literally just robots going around the whole place.
Shoving maps, people?
box.
Yeah, and it
Let's
won't
just have a
leave
map.
you
Take
alone
it.
until you take the damn map.
Yeah.
Take the map, child.
All right.
Yeah. My poor friend had a dream. It was Will, John. He had a dream that he was being accosted by like 30 of the damn things.
Okay.
All right.
Dang it.
I feel so bad for him.
With that 14, you do find like a newsstand type place where there's obviously a guy attending it. It's a warforged of sorts. And it's like, hello.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Shelby, you wouldn't happen to have a map of this place? It's been some time since I've been here.
He, without looking, like, just kind of what looks like that he's dislocating one of his arms and like twists it backwards, is like just pulls something from a rack behind him and puts it out in front of you, just like, that'll be 2 silvers, please.
2 silvers. Okay. I hand him the silver coins.
All right, you have a map now.
Oh, yeah.
Skirbo
Map.
attempts to retract his telescope, only for it to make a grinding sound, and then he just groans and slaps it back into his face.
I point to Skirvo. Wait, am I near Skirvo?
Well, actually, okay, you're a bit different distance from the other ones. It's like,
Okay.
Paimon, did you want to do anything, or are you just standing there looking at everyone else?
I want to look around, like prance around,
All right.
see if there's like an obvious place.
You're the one
Or in.
Roll
The rest of
me
us
perception
just need-
check.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you actually need sleep.
All right.
Yeah.
Off in the distance, you hear someone talking, and it's just a whole bunch of alien noises.
Oh. Okay.
I just go back to the
I would like to make sure I'm back in Sigil. Last time I was here, people tried to kill me. I want to make sure no one's trying to kill me.
Okay. I guess you. So, what kind of check you want to make? Perception.
Perception.
You want to talk to anyone? Okay. All right. You guess what? Yeah. Roll perception. Ooh, 24 perception.
There's a 19 on the die.
Nice.
All right. It's the same as Captain Scarecrow, but complications with that. It's like if you're looking for any members of your former gang or the officers trying to hunt you down, well, rogue officers.
That's me.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see any unless if you declare Theron as one of them at the moment.
Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
What was Saren's last name again?
Mine?
on.
Yeah,
Crimson Fall.
Crimson
I'm
Fall.
keeping an eye on Theron, but I'm not actually. I don't think he's gonna kill me. If that makes any sense.
You're actually useful. And more importantly, I already got paid. So, I mean, actually, I don't know. I don't know if it would depend entirely on the timeline of you getting tossed in versus me getting tossed in the clink would have lined up. And we could work that out in some other time.
All right. Brad,
Yeah.
make me an investigation check to like for the map, because that's not really perception. I guess it's like you're investigating the map
Yeah.
per se.
Hey,
Studying it, if you will.
it's better than survival. I have +1 investigation. I have +0 survival. Hey, I'm pretty good at reading that map.
Hey, with that 20 on the map, so the place that you're trying to, the Wigglesworth Institute building, it just so happens to be right next to 2 inns. One is called the, 2 inn-like buildings, because you see that they're both like colored red to show that yeah, you could stay the night there. One is called the Last Chance Saloon, and the other one is called, where did I put it? The other one is called Broderick and Sons. Make me another investigation check.
Could I make a history check to see if I recall anything about
Okay,
either of these
history check.
inns?
Yeah, that's probably better.
Okay. So ignore the 11. D20 minus 1. Is yeah, history's not as good.
All right. Broderick
just-
sounds kind of. What's it? Broderick kind of sounds like a dwarf name to you.
Yeah, I can't go there. Hey, words.
Mr. Theron, have you found something?
Yes. There conveniently, walk over, point out, conveniently happens to be two establishments near the office we were seeking employment from. One of them sounds like it's filled with unsavory types.
Are you being racist?
I just level a glare at you.
Oh my
Hush,
god,
child.
you are racist! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hush, child. Do not speak to me, you insolent
Tell me
child.
to hush up? What the
You
fuck is
insolent
wrong
child.
with you?
Hush.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You're calling me a child? You're
Skirbo
the one
just
who's
slowly backs away from between them.
racist. Why are you racist?
I just point out that Skirbo, you and I are the two oldest in this group, probably. I mean, I don't know the
Oh,
age of my
absolutely.
three.
And
You're
I'm older
racist.
than
You're
you by
old as fuck.
I'm older than you by at least 3 centuries.
Probably, but I mean, both elves and warforged lived for millennia or something like that. So it's just like, hush, you insolent child! Do not speak to me with your insolent words.
You're calling me a child? You're the fucking child here, being racist to others? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're clearly not familiar with social customs of the 1400s, 900s, racism, social elitism, all that. Very common.
This is okay. This is. I just want to mention. This is sigil where I imagine it would not be a thing that would be common at all.
Hey, I'm speaking sarcastically.
Yeah.
Sarcasm.
Pretty sure I used to know a few folks who would eat both of ye.
I just look at you with a strange eye and be like, how interesting.
Didn't
I
say
do hope they're not dwarves.
I didn't say they were the savory types.
What the fuck is up with you?
He's just scratching his
extra salty.
Servo's scratching his beard in seeming recollection.
Mm.
You're not sure if it's a good memory or not. Which is probably the more worrying thing.
That's like when the psychotic, guy in the team starts recalling memories. Like, I remember when he goes on and something horrific he describes as like, good memories.
You guys ever seen Airplane?
I don't think so.
It's like,
Yes.
well, there's a scene. It's like Joey, have you ever been held in a concentration camp in Vietnam?
Fun times. You're like, what is wrong with you?
I would like to point out this was the pilot of the titular airplane talking to a child. That scene got progressively worse. Anyways.
We have digressed. Anyways, I point out that it's established, but I'll be like, so do you want to see if the job offering is still up on the table, or should we see about lodging for the night first?
I'm
kind of sleepy.
We can tell you what. We can arrange for lodging, and I can go and see if the job's available.
Out of character, has your speaker stopped its horrible screech and whine and all that?
Spencer, has it been? Spencer, am I still under the effects of a nearby anti-magic field?
You are no longer under the effects of a nearby anti-magic field.
All right, so no. Not at the moment.
I was gonna say we might not want to send you, who is not very good at interpersonal relations, to represent.
What do you mean
our
not
group.
good at interpersonal relations? I was the captain of a hut,
Yeah.
the finest crew in the sea.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, 500 years ago. Or was it 800? Yeah.
For-
Yes, his voice actually did cut out for part of his dialogue.
And then I just want to point up at your whatever your voice box thing is, and be like, that's what I'm talking about.
What are you blabbering on about? Nothing happened.
Your voice speaker thing just cut out.
I look at your kicker for any confirmation.
Taylor just nods, and then makes him. He mutters something in Thrycreen about needing to do more work on it.
He's just like he's
Thinking
like
he had fixed, he basically like, I thought I had fixed that.
he's just like clearly it's a buffering issue.
Loading.
He probably needs new cables, new.
We took going pump his mind like all busted out wires and stuff.
Ticker starts counting on his hands and then eventually goes, God, it'd probably be shorter to list what he doesn't need replaced.
He just starts, and he runs out of hand. He has all four of his arms out. He starts counting off. And he was like, wait a second. I have 4 arms and I ran out of fingers to count on. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, like I said, it would probably be shorter to name the things he doesn't need replaced. Oh, what doesn't need to be replaced? One drive shaft. Really? Yeah, it's a hard working drive shaft. It's the hardest working drive shaft in all of Sigil.
Maybe whatever counts for a hard drive or a memory storage or whatever on a warforged.
Yeah, exactly. His arcane power source, his
the power core. Well,
his power supply, his
maybe not. I mean, hypothetically,
he only needs 3. Yeah. Surprisingly, he only needs 3 gears replaced in that cranial module.
I mean, hypothetically, a newer power source might allow for fancier upgrades or whatever, but that gets way too heavy into Warforged science than D&D standard goes.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, that music box of his is working like a charm.
Maybe it doesn't have sand in it or something. I don't know. Anyways, we have digressed.
Yes, again.
That's the great thing about this group.
Well, why don't we head down to the lodge-inn and we could consider our options then.
Very well.
For all we know, they may not even have board available.
Sort of just nod and be like, you're right.
All right.
I mean, I don't say that, but that's the shrug I kind of give.
Oh, yeah. Right. Do the rest of you?
Lead the way, Mr. Theron. You're the one with the map.
Okay, there we go.
I head off in that direction.
All right. This is the part where you roll survival.
Oh, lovely. It's not a -1. It's a +0.
All of us roll survival?
I would think a bounty hunter would have pretty good survival.
My wisdom is 0, and I don't have
tracking skill.
This is true. My wisdom is 0, and I don't have proficiency in survival. So at the current moment, it's +0.
Let's all of us roll survival.
Hey,
well, the guy running the map. Okay.
Oh,
the DC was like 5. So yeah, you make it. It's like by the time you get there, it gets like starting to get really dark. And
sorry,
we'll
I guess I was used to being the one with the map at all times.
yeah, you had
the special thing from being Grim Hunt or whatever.
I was the Vladimir
special
Belmont
D4 bonus in addition
every day.
Being just super good at survival. You had the D4 bonus. So you basically had always active guidance when it came to survival checks.
Yeah. Anyways, so we've reached our destination.
Well, you kind of was like, so actually you passed by the inn first.
Which one? The Broderick or the other one?
Broderick and Sons. It's you can
Oh, no,
see
okay,
someone
okay.
being thrown out the front door. It's a dwarf.
Ah! I just look at him and I just sneer and keep walking. Scum.
Hey,
The dwarf's not paying attention to you. He goes back inside into the bar fight.
Drunkards. Only thing dwarves
Skirvo,
could for.
Skirvo peeks. Skirvo gives a peek through the door. Hi, now that looks fun.
I peek over his shoulder. Or like
You just
under.
climb.
Yeah, I just
climb
climb on
up.
you. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay,
These
so
two.
so you two are looking in. It's like, okay, so currently there is a bar fight happening between two different dwarves at the moment. In the corner, you can see like you can just see a human, a strange-looking porcelain warforged, and what looks to be like a really fat, not a pigeon, just a kenku that they're just sitting at a table in there, just watching on.
So I notice that Skirvo and Payman are watching the fight.
Huh,
I assume Skirvo was pretty up close and he's no longer there. And I'm like, where'd he go?
I'm just reading because I'm curious. Apparently, most of the time, Sigil looks like a hazy twilight. Is the light there?
Oh, okay.
Hey.
All right.
So it's about X time of day.
It's about X time of day.
Oh, look,
We're closing things for hours. There we go.
Oh, look, it's 3 hairs past Freckle.
Ah, yes, the sundial hasn't moved.
Clocks and Sigil did not have numbers and were marked with 24 one-hour segments, with the daytime hours and peak on top and the night hours and anti-peak at the bottom.
All right. Okay, it's closer to nighttime hours.
All right. So yes, does Mr. Theron notice that Paimon and Skirvo are now watching the fight?
Give me a second. Heads or tails?
You want me to pick that?
Yes.
Let's go with heads.
All right. You do not notice them. You're just continuously walking along.
Oh my god.
You just keep walking until
I'm
you
just
get there.
muttering the whole time in Elvish, just ranting about the stupidity of dwarves.
Yes.
So if any of you speak Elvish, you would understand me, but otherwise it's just something ticked him off.
I wanna. Would it be a survival check to see how the fight's going?
I want to
Like,
try
it
to
would be
get
more-
Skirvo to join the fight.
I feel like it would be more like
not join the fight. Skirvo wants to bet.
like roll me a survival check.
Oh, 13. That's not that great.
All right. So the one with the red beard looks like that he's winning, but only slightly.
Well. Who would you reckon be taking this fight?
Oh no. I just
Looks
want
like
to see some feet fly.
Looks like it could go either way.
Yeah.
Okay, so take your
Maddie should probably
heading to
roll
the
like a
other one.
will save or something to yawn. Because she's tired.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Like, give out like this really like small, cute yawn.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I
do you
mean,
actually-
so tiredness is similar to exhaustion, and exhaustion's a con save, so it totally makes sense.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
I'm having her do that just so that she could
Good.
just so that could be an indicator
I
that
think you
Skirvo
two
should keep
continued,
moving.
didn't you?
yeah.
Yes, I'm ranting, muttering the whole time about stupidity and just all negative traits of dwarves I can come up with. I'm just sitting there ranting in Elvish, making no effort to hide or just keep my words quiet.
Passing
Just
by,
sitting there
you pass
muttering
by,
the whole time.
you
Stupid,
pass by a
insolent,
dwarf.
ignorant.
Pass by a dwarf who happens to speak. One dwarf happens to speak Elvish that you pass by. He's like, "Hey, you kiss your mother with that mouth."
Yeah, I'll kiss your mother with that mouth.
The dwarf, of course not.
All right.
Absolutely disgraceful.
Well, yeah, because you're racist.
I could ship you for
Okay,
that.
so
By air.
how are things going on Mr. Theron's side? And did Ticker stop, or did he keep going?
I'm gonna actually say Ticker stopped with Skirbo and Paimon.
All right.
Watching the bar fight.
As you get closer, or at least as you start getting closer to the saloon, you start hearing like melodic piano music playing, and someone is currently singing. However, you can't quite make it out. I mean, unless you want to roll like a perception check to see if you can hear what the words she's singing. Huh?
That's the same bar as the bar fight?
No, this is the other one.
Oh, the other one, okay.
Yeah, the other one you're trying to go to.
The one that doesn't have dwarves.
Ah, yes. Sensible folk. Of course, what he believes. So you want me to make a perception?
Well, yeah, if you want to listen to the music.
Just identify what language.
All right. Yeah, I guess just. I don't know.
I only speak Common and Elvish. I only speak Common and Elvish, so I guess it's more or less do I understand it or not?
Yeah, you understand her.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Not particularly. I'll just let it be background noise. Don't particularly try to listen in.
All right. So, let's see. But yeah, so across the street, you do see that there is still that the entire building is dark, save B for one light, like the Wigglesworth Research Institute.
Oh, okay, so that is where we're headed. I'll speaking of like, hey, Scarbo, that's where, and I look around and notice he's not here. I'm just like,
you can probably still see it down the street.
Just grab my hat, throw it on the ground. God, where did that fool go?
The only two people with you are, Brobnar and Gretchen. One's looking down at you, and the other one's looking up at you.
God, where's that fool gone? Looking around, do I see Skirvo and Paimon and Ticker?
As you peer behind the shoulders of your compatriots, you see them just kind of like looking into the bar fight.
And it's going, hey, Skirvo, get over here. Leave those in there insert an Elvish curse word that is not flattering in the slightest bit. Dwarves, they didn't get over here.
I last kissed his mother with that mouth. Speaking of which, how has the fight progressed?
The fight has progressed a bit. It's like, okay, so you don't know any of their names at the moment. You just know that one of them has a black beard and the other one has a red beard. And, roll me another survival check.
Wow, that was worse.
All right, with that 9, it's still, you still think that the red one's winning. I think it might be the armor or something. You can't see the bruises on his face.
This is going nowhere fast. and he starts his way over. Presumably at this point carrying the half asleep Paimon.
Yeah.
All right. Ticker, what about you?
I'll start heading over at the same time.
Okay. So you guys head back over. It's like, and then the rest of you start hearing the piano music playing.
What was that? You wanted to roll for that? A perception?
I want to
Yeah.
listen to it.
Ha!
Ah,
With that 20, it's like, yeah, you can make out that it's just in common, but it's a little tune that goes a little something like this. So fill up your glasses and join in the song. The law's right behind you and it won't take long. So come, all you bandits, and drink through the moon till there's blood on the floor of the last chance saloon. And then it just has like a little limerick thing and it just continues.
How that's what I call music. Head inside the saloon.
All right,
Fall in.
as you look inside the saloon, it's better well lit. As like referred back to the dwarvish tavern that you guys just came from, that just had like these red lights placed everywhere. It could have probably doubled as a smithy now that you think about it. This one is just like bright yellow light. There is an old-fashioned like piano just on the side with a what you believe to be an illithid just playing on the piano, and then there's just a barmaid that's just singing along to the tune of the music. Elvish, you
Please
think?
tell me the Illithid is playing the piano with his tentacles.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, he
good.
is.
Is there any other employees, or is it just these two?
It's well, there's a barman off in the distance.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like wiping down the whole like bar area at the moment.
Okay, yeah, because I just wanted to make sure, because if it was just those two as the employees, Skirvo didn't want to disturb the music.
All right.
Yeah, so
I would wonder if, based on the song, I would wonder if Ticker has ever been here before.
It's what kind of check do you want to make that?
I don't know.
Oh, I guess like history.
I'm willing to bet I'm older than this tavern.
19.
All right. 19. Yeah, you might have what was it? You've been here before. It's like with the old, what was it, with your old gang, but you remember not having any money at the time, and you were just kind of like paid off of credit.
Okay.
I'm not going to bother rolling a check like that because I'm pretty sure I'm older than the building.
Unlikely, yeah.
Probably not older than the building itself, but older than the
establishment.
Older than the
current
current establishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention there's like a couple of other people at the bar, and then some people are just at a table playing cards.
All right,
And then you like spot some strange looking folk. It's like the people at the table. It's like all but one of them seem to be halflings, and the other one seems to be a elf of sorts.
they have their own fellowship starting.
Oh my gosh. Get out of here.
Okay, I'll leave.
So was that the like the desk clerk or whatever is one of those group, or is that the illicit?
I go to the table.
So, as far as you see, you don't see anyone. But the person that you presume to be the barmaid has stopped singing. Kind of like looks at the group, is like, more customers, and then comes up to you.
Yes.
Oh, so the barmaid was the one singing, and she's the one who approached.
Yes.
All right. I didn't mean. What? I tip my hat. What lovely singing there, lass.
It's she also gestures in a similar fashion. It's like, oh no, it's just something I do in my spare time. So what brings you folk here?
Well, we're in need of lodging. Little one's here practically asleep.
All right.
I mutter under my breath, inferior weaklings.
I half expected you to be like, you're falling asleep.
All right. Would you guys like something to eat, or are you just staying here for the night then? It's like,
It'll
how
be up
long
to
will you
them.
guys be? Oh, how long are you guys planning on staying for? It's like, yeah.
We do not know. We will see in the morning, so to speak, after we talk with. What was the research thing called?
The Wigglesworth Research Institute.
After we speak with the research institute about a job for hire.
Oh, you're
Whoops.
here for that job.
Didn't
We
mean to do
got a
that,
couple
sorry.
of those people. All right.
I keep
Roll an
accidentally
initiative.
I keep accidentally clicking buttons on my character sheet.
It
Roll-
happens.
Roll for initiative.
Whoa! What's going on?
6.2.
Hold up!
Roll for initiative. Ticker just kills everyone.
It's like, whoa there, insect. Oh, yourself.
He's just like,
Pulls out the gun.
that's it. He's just like, that's it. I'm starting from scratch. Shoots Skirvo in the back of the head.
I mean, with the
Where's the
26 initiative, I'm fairly certain that I could get 2 shots off before anyone else could even move. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
would, yeah. Even with a net 20, I couldn't beat that. Because I would have
Right, no,
24.
Maybe with my alert. Who knows?
I would have to get alert in order to beat that. So that's just like bam bam. And we're just like mid conversation, you just shoot him and then be like, and then just like attach a translator module or something to you, and it's just like needed to restart or something along that line.
Starting from scratch.
Like, look at smoking hole from his face. It's just like, dang. Little harsh, don't you think?
Anyways, food. That'll be up to the folks that actually eat.
You know what? Proper meal is a good hearty quality meal would be a nice thing to have. I suppose.
Okay.
So.
Shoot, what was it? Okay. So she. Oh, I'm Lillian, by the way. I was wondering, is there anything specific that you guys want to eat?
I suppose. Out of character,
Why,
I
of
would say
course,
I
little one.
would try to figure out prices first because we are a bit tight.
You want to make like a perception check?
Is there a menu or something?
Well, you want to look around to find one?
I'll look around for one.
It's not up to me. I don't care what they eat.
Okay, then.
You're like organics eating food. Such inefficiencies.
I'm like, I don't understand. If they had an external vat of acid, they wouldn't need the small rocks in their head.
I'll look around for a menu.
All right.
Is it perception?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
then.
Nope.
You noticed a particularly weird bug crawling on Skirvo.
Wait, what?
What the hell? Never seen that one before.
It's I guess like there you're too enamored by like just there being a docile illithid just playing a piano in the background.
Looking at it, wondering, and it's the visible confusion face, and it's just. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Don't be rude. One of me best gunslinger. One of me best gunmen was an illithid.
Not, and then I just look at Skirbo cross-eyed like you've gone completely insane. Like the last of your sanity just out the window.
Nice fella. Nice fella.
You sure about that? Well, I suppose it wouldn't matter to you.
It's not like he was gonna eat Skirbo's brain.
Well, I suppose he would have no reason to kill you. You've got any brains in there.
All right. Does anyone else want to look for a menu?
Oh,
Please, God, don't order like the deluxe special that costs like 8 gold.
That'd be like a feast portion or something.
Do you care, Tigger, or do you not care?
I don't really care.
My God.
All right. I mean, if I have it noted down, I probably should say that I don't think any of you have any rations, except Skirvo. But that's it's like you guys spent 5 days sailing.
I'm pretty sure if Skirvo had rations on them, they would have brought it away by now.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I used all my rations. I would have used all my rations up then.
Yeah, if we spent 5 days sailing, then yeah, I would. But I have 5 days of rations, so if we used that all on the boat because the boat didn't have any rations, then yeah, I have rations. So.
Okay.
Skirvo doesn't keep rations.
He doesn't eat. He doesn't need to eat.
He keeps salty peanuts, but that's more for show rather than actual purpose.
oh my god.
He just has a rock of solid sea salt.
So like, why do you have that?
So that I always feel close to the sea.
Because it's sea salt.
All right. Paimon, do you want to attempt to find a menu of any sorts?
I just want cheese.
Ah, yes, stereotypical mouse. Give me the cheese.
I don't know what to have. I just want a midnight snack before bedtime.
There's cat food and dog food.
But all you gotta do is roll like above a 1.
Do ya now?
That's all I know.
Well, Maddie.
Then why do we need to roll for it?
Wait, what?
Because there might be the 1 in 20 chance where you just started there with the guy that's on the piano.
The reason that there are things you don't tend to roll for because it's just you do succeed. Period.
Okay.
I rolled and missed a massive pillar in the middle of the room.
Well, yeah, it's like there's just chances for things to just happen, you know?
Didn't
Like,
mean to do that. Didn't mean to
no,
do
precision
that.
attack, spell save 15. Okay.
He's
So
trying to kill us all.
But Phantom in the room notices that there is a big board, like, above the bar that describes everything on the menu.
There you go.
Alright.
Got, like, your typical things. It's got all your soups. It's got all your salads. It's just got components for things because some people are weird and like to build your own stuff, and you could probably like get a wheel of cheese for a gold piece.
Do they have like a kid's menu or something?
Yeah, they got like a kid's menu.
Maddie, I'd like to point out you've made a mistake.
What did I do? What did
You basically outright admitted a crippling weakness of yours to Skirvo.
I just want cheese.
Like she's sleepy. She's sleepy. She just wants cheese.
You're quite naive if you think Skirvo isn't going to exploit this.
We get a wheel of cheese and you just like cut half of it off, put it in a pocket, you just tear out, pinch off a piece, whatever, paper.
Yeah, no,
You just
exactly.
hold it up and be like,
Exactly,
"Use
exactly,
cheese."
exactly. Do it for a Scooby snack.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Not another
yes.
Scooby-Doo gang, man.
Oh, yes, do it. Do
Hey.
it.
We have way more than the required members.
I know.
Even at Scooby-Doo's gang's most members, which included Scrappy-Doo, which we do not speak of.
R.I.P.
Roasted pepperoni.
Ripperoni pepperoni.
Anyways, so what are you boys ordering? Because Curvo sure as heck ain't ordering anything.
Okay.
The
there's
only
also,
thing
like, the
he's
various
ordering is another
assortments of
tall
beers
glass
and
of whatever
whatnot.
she was singing before.
I'll get a stew of some kind. Just a
All right.
basic stew.
Okay. You want the stew of the day, or do you want this? What's it?
Yeah, sure. We'll do stew of the day.
Okay, stew is a bit cheaper. It's it rounds out to about like a gold piece.
Okay. 1 gold piece.
Just a second. I'm just checking something real quick.
Blow us up.
I'm not gonna blow you up. I don't even have the capability to blow you up.
You have
Bet.
gunpowder, don't you?
I don't think he has
Yes,
that much
but
of
it's
it, though.
in shells, so
We can always break those shells open, man. It's always possible.
Yeah, but also, I don't think he has that much gunpowder. I mean, to make a bomb, you need a
Probably
couple.
shouldn't. You probably shouldn't give
still an
me enough
explosion.
gunpowder to cause explosions. I have caused some serious damage with an exorbitant amount of gunpowder in D&D games.
I mean, to make a gunpowder bomb, you probably need a couple pounds, and unless he's got hundreds of bullets, then I don't think he has sufficient
Just
amount.
this last Wednesday, I managed to get my hands on 17 powder kegs.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have just under 8 grams of gunpowder.
Okay. Then.
Yeah, that's not much.
There's
Snap,
about
crackle,
5
and pop
grains
out,
of
yeah.
gunpowder on
When we're
average.
talking like dealing, then
Um.
Oh.
All right. So let's see.
I'm just
Paimon, are
checking.
you getting
I'm
any
trying to
cheese?
find out what Thrycreen eat. Is what I'm trying to find out.
What?
I know they eat elves
Yeah.
and centaurs.
It's just like Mr. Theron's looking mighty fine this evening.
A little rare, don't you think?
Yeah.
A little undercooked.
it's like Mortimer.
I love that you're not even denying the idea of him eating you. You're just like it's a little rare.
A little bit raw.
You're like, you want to cook it first?
They find the pheromonal scent released by elves when they are running or frightened to be delicious. That's what it says on the Greyhawk wiki.
Well then.
Getting spicy.
Okay then. See, I knew there was a reason why I took that contract. Clearly, it's just explained right there.
Killing a man eater.
Probably
Okay.
whatever would be considered like the most
Sheesh.
unrefined
Meat-filled fish.
thing.
Unrefined thing.
It was just like ooh, we got what's it like the pet bulldog or whatever. You just feed the raw steak to, and
I
it's
should
like
say
here.
the most unrefined meat.
All right. So like a leg of lamb.
Yeah, or like a whole fish, just
Rare,
all the
just raw.
scales, still with the head, everything.
So just
Alright.
walk to the icebox and pull out a fish and slap it on your plate and be like, here you go, order up.
We'll probably go.
You want to get fancy with your fish? Do you want like a flounder, or do you just want like
just like
Bring it back.
a cod or just a common fish, like a cod or a bass or a trout or something.
the illithid kind of understands where you're coming from. It's like, so what's it? I don't know how you're speaking. I think you just have like a whiteboard or something, and you're just writing
I
all
imagine
this
he's
down.
probably making gestures that sort of look like a fish.
Oh, all right.
Club, club, motherfucker.
Like
roll
a
me
game of
persuasion
charade.
check.
I'll
Or at
roll an
least like
insight.
or someone to understand it's like what he's trying to say.
I'll
It'd
roll an
probably be
insight for.
Yeah, probably insight.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, I guess we'll roll it for the whatchamacallit because you're telling it to him.
You want to swim? Is that what I'm getting?
The barman seems to know what you're putting down or what you're trying to suggest. So we'll see. However, he doesn't fully understand. It's like you wanted like a cod, so he gives you a sea bass.
Okay, that's fine.
And it'll be, since it's not cooked, he feels kind of weird about it.
Well,
So
I meant it like cooked, just unrefined in the sense of like they didn't do much to it before cooking it.
oh, all right. I was like, so well,
You
because
ain't
he's
raw
not,
dogging it, man.
since he's not doing like the whole process thing, that'll be like 8 silver to you.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that puts you down to like.
Oh, you wanted a fish. Need to figure out a better communication method for you. What are you having?
And I'm going to mention that he eats the whole fish. Scales, head, everything.
All right. What about you, Paimon?
Do they have... I just want like a side of like a bowl of like cheese squares.
All right, so that's
Like those charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie, man.
Has she at all tried to escape Skirvo's hold? Or are you just nuzzled up all quiet?
I'm just nuzzled up all quiet.
For some reason, I'm picturing this tiny little mouse just like sitting on our giant old rusty Warforged pirate's shoulders like a small child.
Well, I was picturing.
Well, I mean, she is a small child, man.
I was picturing it that Skirvo was like had one hand, was using one arm to hold her the way you see like parents holding children when they're completely checked out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
like on their hip or.
So your meal will cost a total of is just 1 gold piece because you got out the fancy cheese.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's a lot of cheese. Fancy cheese.
Yeah, fancier than your ass.
Saying that out loud, I was just out of here like that. Dang, that's some fancy cheese. It's a whole gold piece in this era. Granted, this is a big, giant mega city, so I mean, it's entirely possible that there's inflation.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so after like 10 or so minutes, when all this is done, it's like the barmaid comes over to bring you your individualistic food. This is the part where Ticker just eats the entire fish whole. No questions asked, I presume.
Yeah.
Do you just like cut it apart with silverware and just eat the whole thing?
No,
or you just
it's
like
the whole
hold it
thing.
up and just,
Picturing at the I was
just
picturing
grab
at the
it by
very
the
least,
tail and lift it up and just
No,
like by the description, it almost sounds like you just opened your mandibles and slid the whole thing down.
well, he doesn't eat it all in one bite, but he does just take bites of it.
Okay. Okay, that makes much more sense.
When I just see you like pick up the whole fish like a chicken leg and just start chowing on it, I sort of look at you cross-eyed, but like spoon halfway to my mouth, just like
had you just swallowed the whole thing, I would have just been like, you bother to taste it?
I just picture this as he's just holding the fish like a chicken leg and you're just taking bites out of it. I'm just sitting there with a spoon of stew halfway to my mouth, and I'm just like.
Meanwhile, Skirvo's just patiently waiting for is just blissfully listening to the to any further tunes they be playing.
While watching a
All
mouse
right.
eat cheese on your shoulder.
Well, no, I imagine he sat her down.
Bothering him.
He sat her down on a chair so that she could eat.
All right. So
You have
Lillian
adopted
sits
mouse
like
child.
across from you, is like it, and she's just kind of like watching you guys eat, and is just like starting to ask you some more questions. Like, remind me again, how long do you guys plan to stay here?
You don't know yet.
Currently
Oh,
uncertain. Is there a problem?
um, not entirely. I'm just wondering a couple of other things. Do you have like an appointment to get to or something?
Not yet.
No,
You guys,
no known appointment. Although I have offered to just go down and see if there is an opening.
all right. You guys merchants by chance?
Of a sort.
Hmm. Oh, okay, all right. So how much money do you guys like deal with on a daily basis?
That depends entirely on the client. And then I just suddenly, with a like almost sinister voice, is like, and the target.
Skirbo just-
Yeah, it's like, depends entirely on the client. And the target. Subtly, but also not subtly at the same time, just being like, yeah, I hunt. I don't actually say it word for word, but sort of giving the impression that I hunt people, not things. I mean, I don't go out and
Depends on the
say that, but I kind of imply it.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Sticker. Skirvo. Just. It depends on the cargo
Okay. Um.
and whether or
So,
not you get kicked off your own ship.
all right. So, what I'm presuming is, since you guys are planning on working for the institute that's just down the block, so I presume that nobody's expecting you soon, if I am correct.
Not particularly.
Huh. That's a bit good to know. Well, I'll leave you guys
Gonna
to your food.
insight that.
All right.
Yeah, I
That
will
sounds
as
kinda
well.
sus.
Very sus, like serial killer. Oh, so you say no one is expecting you, eh? How about I kill you initially?
All right. What's this say? All right. Theron, John, you suspect that something might be up. Captain Skirvo is like, nah, this is completely normal. This is how people talk.
For all I know, that is how people talk these days.
Tell me, what is it to you?
Oh, nothing much. You gotta learn something about the customers that you bring in here.
Hmm.
Well then, is the candle still on in that building across the street that we were going to in the morning?
So you gotta look outside first.
Because I'm thinking Skirvo should just, against the party's advice, just go over there anyways.
Oh, well, yeah. The light is still on, but at least the candle light seems to be like moving as if the person has the intent of leaving.
Well, I'm going to go see if I can secure us a position or at least a holding period.
Very well. Just Make sure your voice doesn't do that fritzy. How would I say it? Does do that funky thing where it doesn't work.
Aye.
Because
Aye.
it's
A
not
couple
as
of us
smart.
should probably bunk up to save some change.
Yeah. I will say that Ticker will also accompany Skirbo, because he's the other one that doesn't need to sleep or doesn't need to rest at all, and it's not smart to
Be here with the
completely.
racist.
Yeah.
It's not smart to completely let a party member go by themselves.
That is true.
But like,
Especially a party member with only 8 hit points.
Your Constitution
Seriously,
is 10.
You have 8 hit points, bro.
Your Constitution's only 10.
That's
It's
sad,
11
man.
actually.
Okay, 11, close enough.
And I would like to point out that is solely thanks to the fact that that Warforged get like a +2 to one of their things. Because had I not gotten that, it would have been a 9.
Yeah.
I would have had a negative to my con.
Okay. Well. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so Skirbo and I are going over to the place.
That's
Well,
sad.
so the rest of you are just staying behind then?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So what was it? William just like kind of continues the conversation. It was like, so how many rooms do you guys want?
Question out of character. Are they like group rooms? Or are they just like modern, 2-bed hotel rooms? Or
It's they're just like modern 2-bed hotel rooms. It's you chose the fancier of the 2 establishments.
oh, okay.
Skirvo doesn't really need a bed. He just needs a corner to stand in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
It did menacingly.
Yeah, I just basically sit down in the corner and meditate. So we've actually got, including our 2 NPCs, we only have 3 characters that actually need to sleep. And Paimon's small enough, we could probably just put a pillow
I keep
or a seat
clicking that,
cushion
thinking it's not going to
on.
roll it. Sorry, I keep.
Like,
Are
I've-
you good?
I'm
my
not rolling
favorite-
initiative.
Honestly, what I
trying to
keep
figure out why it's 0.2.
honestly what I'm picturing is just this hilarious picture of Paimon sleeping soundly and adorably while Theron's sitting there in a meditative pose with a gun with his rifle across his lap.
I have a
Kicker's
rifle yet.
sitting
I just
there
have a bow.
in a similar meditation
He's
pose,
just sitting there
holding
working
2
furiously
pistols,
over a
and
workbench.
Skirvo's just sitting there with his sword in the ground, like
Standing there like a statue triumphant in
you
the
got-
wind,
you-
with a
you
little
got-
breeze.
Yeah, you guys
Kicker's
ever
working
seen those?
furiously.
You guys know those like classic, oh, there's the skeleton of a pirate guarding his treasure. Just kind of that.
Kicker's working furiously over a workbench, and I'm just sitting there.
Like all of us just staring over Paimon as she sleeps soundly.
You two are just like staring at me.
Exactly.
Or just like staring at me, and I'm just sitting there meditating, like, is there something you need? Just eyes closed, just meditating, be like, is there something you need, gentlemen? So what? Well, if it's 2 beds, so there's probably be like an extra pillow or a seat cushion we can put Paimon on, because Paimon is tiny. And then we can just have our 2 NPCs sleep on the bed, and I just sit and meditate, and then you and Kicker just do whatever it is you do.
Nah,
So I
man, I
think-
want to take the whole bed.
You're tiny, though.
You don't want to
Okay,
share a bed with your goblin girlfriend?
I feel more comfortable sleeping in the bed with Gretchen than anybody else in the group.
Oh, okay, so you do want to sleep with your goblin girlfriend.
It's not my
Okay,
girlfriend.
so they can bunk up.
And we'll put the bugbear in the other
Ragnar
one.
can get the other bed.
And then I meditate for a few hours, and you stand in sentry mode, and Ticker does whatever Ticker does. Okay, so I think we only need 1 room.
She kind of looks over sheepishly. Was like, "Oh, yeah, I guess. One room, so you're getting a double room, so that'll be 6 gold in total for one night."
Okay, so split 6 ways, that'd be 1 gold each. One
I'll
to split
pitch
the
in.
cost.
I'll pitch in a gold
Sure.
when I
Alright.
return.
Gold, yeah.
Um, Right, just writing things down at the moment. There we go. Now it's updated. So back to Skirvo and Ticker. So you go across the street as like this kind of older looking man is just coming out of the room. Well, not the room, but like the building. It's like, oh, hello there. You're not here to mug me now, are you?
No. Are you the person to ask about the job?
You mean
I pull out the newspaper that I had and show the article.
all right, so you go back to help him. It's like, yes, to help in the archaeological dig. Yeah, this you could say that I am the guy. He holds out his hands and this like, yeah, I am George Carlisle, Dr. George Carlisle, if you will.
The name's Skirvo, Captain Skirvo. I shake his hand because I'm assuming that's what you meant by him holding out his hand.
Yes.
Yeah, I shake his hand. Captain Skirvo, model number LD40616.
Ooh. Well, aren't you one of the older variations? At some point, I'm going to have to study you, but now's not the time. It's
Variations. Wait, they made more?
Yeah. It's like there's some prototypes, and then there's some of your own model, but they took out all of the characteristic chips in them to make them more. How do you say, docile?
Compliant. So basically, they wiped all the behavior cores, just removed them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outraged HK-47 noise.
Yeah. Skirvo's eye flickers red for the briefest moment.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Like that's kind of the sad thing. He's not meaning to scare this guy. It's just like he's just grinding his gears. There it is.
All right, it's not as intimidating, but he does notice. It's like, I didn't mean anything by it.
Oh.
So you guys want to come inside with me and help fill out some paperwork so I can get you? Oh, okay, all right.
There will be others joining us. However, they're securing lodging at a nearby inn. Will that be a problem?
Sorry.
You do it again?
Yes, you are proficient with Thrycreen.
Yes.
Yes, I am. The Thrycreen is proficient with Thrycreen.
Like, that is kind of weirdly useful for him to be like, wait, you don't have that, and then you could just click a thing and be like, I do.
Yeah.
I does have the thing. I am proficient with Thrycreen.
Are you sure about that? I mean, I know your jaw is not made to speak normal speak, but are you sure you're proficient in insect screech? I mean, it's very complicated. You have to make that screeching sound and click the mandibles to the right frequency.
Well, listen. I mean, I guess for the four of you, I think it would be. You guys could just sign them or sign them at the end, and then we'll have, or at least you can go up. We'll come back to this building in the morning, and there should be another expedition heading off in the morning, so it should be all fine. You just hand them the papers, and yeah.
All right, let's. Well, Mr. Ticker, what do you say we head and sign and head in and get our papers in order so we can get the others in order quicker.
He clicks an affirmative.
All right.
An affirmative sounding noise.
Yep.
All right.
All right, head on in and get the.
You don't know enough. You don't know Thrycreen, but you can still gather that the noise he made is yes.
Yeah.
Or just like a thumbs up or something.
Yeah.
Yep. I imagine when he made the click, he made a very slight nod.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we.
So
anyway,
you guys walk into the dark building, and once again the three of you travel up like a singular flight of stairs to the second floor, down a dark hallway. It's like, oh, sorry, we were just closing out for that night. I was working a bit late today, and then he opens the door
quite
to.
All right. Apologies for keeping you late.
Oh, no, it's fine. I had to stay for some other work, and then opens the door to with like big bold letters written common, Dr. George Carlisle. And he sits in his chair, and then he kind of just starts thumbing through a giant rack of files that's on a bookcase behind him, and then it takes out 6 forms. It's like, oh, I also forgot to mention that
there are 6 of us.
Yes. That's but yeah, so he takes this out and he's like, oh, I should probably remind you that that there's a new healthcare policy that we have. It's don't worry, it'll be written somewhere farther in the contract. And I think that should be it.
Healthcare on a robot?
Yeah.
He's like, what? You mean I can get a warranty? I can get my horse warranty after 1,000 years? What?
Yeah, Skirbo's just like, period. What the hell is healthcare?
We're trying to reach you about your Warforge's extended warranty.
Oh, I also forgot. We also do dental.
Oh my god.
Dental on a Warforged is a screwdriver and a gearbox. You got your gears need some lubrication.
I kind of pictured Ticker being like, ooh, dental. while Skirbo's just like, what? You're throwing a lot of words that had no meaning when I last checked. So yeah, Skirbo's gonna.
I've been trying to reach you about your Warforge's extended warranty. It has expired.
God.
Yeah, don't think.
I'm here to talk about your mortgage on your Warforge. Skirbo gets a letter. Hey, I'm Paul. We talked earlier about the warranty on your ship.
Hey, it's Jake from State Farm.
Anyway, enough about medieval spam mail. So Skirbo's gonna read that contract mostly to figure out what the hell he was talking about.
All right. So, what part of the contract do you want to read, or you just want to like skim through it for like important bits?
Let's face it, he's mechanical at heart. He reads the whole thing, unvaried. Skirbo would fail in one of those "I'm not a robot" tests.
Oh my!
I mean, he is a robot.
Yeah, he would fail one of those. They'd be like, highlight all the pictures that have a bridge. They all have bridges.
All right. So
It's an entire picture of a bridge. They just cut it.
Well, you see, clearly, everything's a bridge. It all depends upon your point of view. A
All
leaf
right.
is a
So
It's
it's
bridge
just
just known as the
your.
bridge to the heavens.
A
So
leaf
roll
is
me an
just a point.
investigation check.
Oh,
A leaf is a
investigation.
bridge if you're an ant.
Not bad.
All right. As far as you're concerned, it's like, yeah, there's just a whole bunch of legal terms being thrown around. There's a non-disclosure agreement that you will not talk about the place in question to outside parties.
You will not talk
Um,
about the place in question. That's not a
Yes.
problem for me.
You're like, I can't even talk to people, period. I make angry screech noises that everyone just hears as screech.
Huh, I'm good about keeping. Oh, I know about keeping contractual secrets. After all, even after all this time, I still can't talk about hyperlink blocked.
I still can't talk about grinding and scratching and gear sounds and just
Yeah. It
audio
almost
is
seemingly
from.
intentionally shuts off this time. uh, and no, we will never know what he was referring to.
Not that
yes,
it would matter.
so
I mean, it's
it
probably
just
100
talks
years
about
old.
how you have to bring your own supplies if you want to um if you want to like be housed at the location. Otherwise, they're saying that they're not responsible for like your own housing, but they do offer healthcare and dental. Um, the contract that you're currently signing is that you agree on the payment of 1,000 gold per week. You stay there,
No. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
and then the
pretty good pay.
healthcare policy is on death. You give away all rights that or at least consent that we can revive you at a charge of 100 golds. Well, for the first time, and then it increases to and then it increases based on basically like uh, your character level for each time that you get resurrected.
Mhm.
Okay, but would it be docked from our pay then?
If you cannot pay it, then yes. Oh, there's also a part in there that says if that says if you cannot pay, we offer loans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Shervo's going to make sure to make mental notes of all these bullet points so that they all know about them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Thanks, Grandpa.
All right. When finished reading and noting all the important points, go ahead and get the papers signed. Sign here. Sign here. Sign here. Why do I have to sign in like 6 locations?
What's company policy?
I imagine like health insurance. Why would I need that? If I get shot or something like that, I could just have the mechanic put it on the gear. Imagine you're like
Yeah.
revivification cost. You're like, man, parts have gone up in cost.
Skirbo's like, yeah. Skirbo's still not sure how healthcare is supposed to work. I mean, first of all, he's a warforged.
Yeah, so I imagine reviving a warforged just like, okay, let's get some new parts and take them apart and put them back together.
Second of all, this doctor, what was it? This Dr. Carlisle almost made it sound like there's no other models like him in service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ticker will
Which
sign
means
it.
replacement parts are going to be hard to come by.
Since there's no written form of Thrycreen, he will sign it in the common translation of his Thrycreen name.
Oh, that big old
Sure.
long word salad of a name.
Yeah. He signs it in the common translation of that name.
Okay.
Servo's handwriting, for some reason, is it it almost comes across more like it came from a typewriter.
It's like your arm just like switches into a mini typewriter, and you just like start
I was
punching
half
along the
considering.
line.
I was half considering that it just they just rolled up his sleeve, his arm extended out a stamp, and then just stamped it.
All right. So you two signed, and then he gives you the 4 extra copies, and it's like, oh, but yeah, make sure to give these uh, to Belladros Gelt. You'll be, he's the guy with the funny metal mask. You'll be able to tell who he is in the morning. It's like it'll be very clear.
Wasn't there a picture of him in the article?
Yeah, that was a picture of him in the article.
Aye. What time should we be here?
Oh, shoot! Now I have to think about the clock system.
It's measured in after peak and before peak.
Before peak being.
Before peak is basically the equivalent of AM, and after peak is the equivalent of PM.
Okay, all right. About 10 before peak.
Aye. We'll be there. Thank you very much. I'll extend my hand for the deal maker's shake.
All right. He shakes your hand a bit nervously this time.
Yeah. And
because you two, it's still kind of weird seeing you two in this place.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Sigil, so I don't think there's anything weird in Sigil.
Right, there's anything weird, but it's just it's something that you don't see like a artifact or like a moving, living, breathing artifact of a warforged next to a Thry-Crane carrying a gun.
Okay, that's a fair point, yeah.
I'm a gunslinging a Thry-Crane and a relic from a bygone era. Like wasn't one of the first things Ticker said about Skirvo was he should be in a museum?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just him being surprised that you even still functioned.
Oh yeah, it was probably something like that, because anyone who knows anything about Skirvo's history would probably be like, this is a museum piece. And this here, that's beautiful. They don't make them like this anymore. Seriously,
it's a work
they
of
don't.
art.
Anyways, head on out. Let the poor man go home and get some sleep, while we go and do something kind of like that.
All right.
Presumably, when we enter, we ask where the others had taken their lodgings, have them lead us there, pay back Theron to account for our costs.
Yeah.
All right. You guys, or at least the room that you got is on the top. Okay, it's a 2-story building, and it's all the way down the corner.
All right.
So, like at the end of the hallway on the right.
All right.
There we go. But yeah, so as you enter the room, you realize that it is a pretty good wood finished floor, and there's like 2 rugs underneath both of the beds, and the beds seem to be pretty nice, pretty in good condition, definitely worth the cost.
All right. Take up a post that has the best view of the entire room, windows included, and just enter Century's Rest while contemplating the fact that I'm the last of my kind.
All right.
All me beloved brothers are either non-functional or in a state worse than death.
All right. Ticker. Let's see.
I'll go into meditation for now as well.
Okay, so Ticker, Theron, and Paimon. I need 3 of you to make con saves for me.
Con saves. Okay.
Oh no.
Plus 2.
Oh no. Crap.
Ah!
Theron, you feel that there was a strange something that went through your digestive system. You're not entirely familiar. You look to Ticker, and you see the oddest sight that you've seen before, and he's fallen asleep.
Like,
And Paimon, you're also good.
wait, was this magical sleep?
Not necessarily what someone would call magic.
Well, I'm just like, technically as an elf, I'm immune to magical sleep.
No. It's definitely not that.
Oh, so it's a poison kind of thing. Okay,
It's a
like, wait a
poison.
second. If this was sleep, then it's
Poison that I did not ingest.
Yeah.
I was
yes,
wondering
the
why you didn't
poison.
specify me, because I was like, I'm in the
Poison
room.
Cusco.
I figured it was something we ingested because you weren't mentioned, but I was just like, wait a second. If this is like for sleep or magical sleep, as an elf, I'm immune to that. I can't be put to sleep by magic. I have advantage on saves against being charmed.
I'll put you to sleep.
You wouldn't think that an elf would know that now, would you? Or at least would know about that.
I don't think, I think the feature is meant to be, Thrycreen physiologically can't sleep. Like, their brains do not possess the ability to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah, they probably have a state of unconsciousness, but that'd be unconsciousness, not
Yeah.
sleep.
All right. You're unconscious then.
Okay.
Very well.
You are knocked out
Very
for all
well.
purposes.
Rip in pieces.
Incapacitated.
Yes. Well, there is actually
Not
an
that, though.
unconscious condition.
Does this
Yeah.
make Freaker so freaking far? What the freak?
Did anyone make
Uh,
any noises about what just happened to them, or?
What
I
are you
think-
what are you talking about, Maddie?
What?
I mean, okay, it's
You were
like
muttering
Maddie, you'd
something
be
about
asleep.
something being far away.
Yeah. Just leave it.
Okay.
I'm just doing my own thing.
Uh-huh. Multitasking, are we?
Yeah, I gotta multitask right.
All right. Farron, do you do anything or no?
I'm meditating for 4 hours.
Well,
Oh.
so you're going to ignore the fact that you were probably poisoned?
Do I even, with a 21, do I even notice that I was poisoned and just like,
Well, you feel
So,
something
the-
pass your system. It's like
just bit of
Pass
indigestion.
gas.
Bit of indigestion. So that prison
You're
food.
just like you're just like, excuse me. You take a step outside the room to politely fart outside.
But you're not gonna care
Not
that
going
the
on.
being
Nah,
that
man,
supposedly
you gotta
can't,
lock the door.
Well,
that supposedly
don't think
can't
I
sleep
know.
is unconscious.
No,
Would I know about Thrycreen though? What do you even
I
know
mean, I
about
figure
that?
as a bounty hunter, you know you're hunting a Thrycreen, so you're gonna read up
No,
on Thrycreen
I'll
abilities.
go ahead. What would that
like,
be?
is that common knowledge?
Well,
Well, if you know you're hunting a Thrycreen, I feel like
you're
you would have
not
read
very
up.
confident.
What would that be? What would that be to roll?
Yes, I
For
might know
Thrycreen.
that, but if that's if that's not common knowledge about Thrycreen, then I wouldn't have learned that to begin with.
Maybe I'd say probably nature to know that.
Yeah,
don't
I
know,
guess. Yeah, do nature.
Alright.
Was it Skirvo? As
I probably like, well, that's odd. I've never seen him do that before.
must be one of those weird ones. Skirvo, if you could give me a reason why you've ever seen a Thrycreen before at any point in your life, then yes, you can roll.
Oh, I did roll though.
Oh,
Well,
you did roll.
we know he had an illithid in his crew, so there could have been a
Yeah.
Thrycreen in there too.
Yeah. The whole point about Skirvo's crew is if they were willing to follow follow his set code, then they were free to join. Didn't matter what they were or what they ate.
So you remember that Skitterflix, which is just the translation of the Thri-Kreen name, you remember him always being on the night shift. Don't ever remember seeing him sleep before. That's the crew member's name now. His name is Skitterflix.
Yeah. It was like with seeing him asleep. It was like, well, that's odd.
Skirvo's eye ominously flickers back on with that one awesome sound that the proton packs make.
Also another question: was there a time before it fully knocked me out that I was able to that I was realizing something was wrong, or was it just out like a light?
You out like a light.
Okay.
Like it just hits your nervous system and then done.
Okay. Because I didn't know if there was so in that case there might have been like a split second of his emotional telepathy that was just panic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, so Skirvo ominously reactivates and just is looking at Ticker,
who is lying prone on the ground. Definitely doesn't look like he's sleeping like he wants to sleep.
He's planted in the ground. Just well, that can't be comfortable.
Hey, Mr. Theron.
Yes. I'm just sort of sitting in a meditative pose, my eyes closed, like, yes. What is it?
There's no. Do Thri-Kreen sleep?
What? What do you? I look over at Ticker, like, well, now that is odd. I've never seen him do that before.
I had a Thri-Kreen crewmate back in the day. He didn't. He took the night shift. Never slept either.
Maddie, make me another con save.
Another con save. Oh gosh.
Sleeping laying like that on his face could not be comfortable at all.
That's a 4. Yeah.
Yep, you stay fast asleep.
Yay!
I'm just gonna walk over to
clarify. Did Paimon fail her initial saving throw?
No, she succeeded.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna walk over to Mr. Ticker, and I'm just gonna be like, "I," and just push my boot against him, try to turn him over. Are you all right? And then when that doesn't do anything,
it doesn't do anything.
Actually bend down and take a look at him. Something's.
I mean, I wouldn't be sleeping like when you sleep because you're knocked out. You don't sleep in the same way when you sleep because you fall asleep.
Yeah. They're much harder to wake up.
Harder to wake up, and you probably would be breathing differently.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's kind of the thing. Skirvo's not sure what to do here. So I guess that would be a medicine.
Probably.
Well, shit.
20.
Apparently, I know a lot about Thri-Kreen physiology.
You're like, oh hey, yeah, what's his name? Said that one time when he was, in a tribal war or something.
So you immediately know what's wrong. It's like, so you just like, so my thoughts is that you just immediately like just make your hand smaller and just like go through his maw and then take out what was causing it.
Take out a piece of the fish.
Yeah.
Just so it was a kind of poison or something, right?
Yeah, it was a kind of poison.
Like, was it a pufferfish?
Yeah. Okay. So he
It was it just seemed to be like a couple of leaves that were inside of like the fish
If it was a
itself.
pufferfish, then
okay.
that makes perfect sense. Those things are toxic
Yeah.
in the real world. But
Skirbo
No,
pulls out
it
the,
was an
pulls
intentional
out the
thing.
leaf and narrow,
We were
and his eye
poisoned.
narrows.
It wasn't
I
that
know.
we
I was
were.
just. I know, but I mean, it would just been hilarious. Like, oh well, that explains it. Looking over, see you pull out. Hey, you said it was leaves.
Yeah. I pull out the leaf, and Skirbo's eye, his iris actually narrows at it. This
Like,
lot's been poisoned.
uh-huh. That would explain the indigestion had. We should probably check the
Who
others.
else? Who else ate? I wasn't paying attention.
Mouse. Did the two NPCs eat as well?
Yeah, they did.
I'm gonna check on. I guess I'll check on Mr. Hrognar and Miss Gretchen.
I'll check our mouse friend.
Ragnar's a good boy. He's probably my favorite crewmate so far.
He's useful.
Yeah,
He is
not
strong boy. He be strong boy.
Yeah.
So you try to wake him, and he can't necessarily like wake. As for Gretchen, she just kind of was like,
I'm just smacking, just like, hey, get up. Not a full on wind up smack, but just not gentle, just smack, just like, hey, wake up.
All right. Roll to hit.
Okay. Okay.
Start.
Would this be considered finesse so I can use dex instead of strength?
Okay, you want to kill Brobdar, all right.
No, I'm not trying to kill. I'm just like my strength. This was on timing. It was just like
You're smacking the child?
Yeah, I'm trying to wake you up. I'm like, hey, get up.
Just I don't know, gently like shake me.
Why would I do that?
You're just. Dude, this is child abuse, man. First
like,
you're racist, and now you're.
I'm not doing a full wind up smack across the face.
You're still smacking me.
Yet more
What
airplane
is wrong
scenes.
with you?
Yet more airplane scenes.
So wait, what?
Yet more airplane scenes.
You're checking Brobdar and the Goblin. I'm checking our mouth.
Yeah.
The scene where the one lady's freaking out.
Oh
And
yeah,
they're
yeah.
It's like the first person just shakes her. Second person comes up, shakes her, and smacks her. Third person shakes
shows
her.
a line of people with varying weaponry.
It's like if you've ever seen Clue, when Peacock is freaking out for Mr. Green, just full on wind up smacks and slaps her across the face. Like, well, I had to make her stop screaming.
Well, anyways, so you're attacking Pyman.
Yeah, smack. Like, so if it's strength, I have +1 because I have a -1 strength and +2.
Right, I'm gonna go ahead and
I have +6.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop you because that's probably not it's probably not gonna help. If she's out, she's probably out for now.
Well, I haven't even tried the shaking or anything. I'm just straight up just start off with a smack.
I hate you so much.
Get up.
Did Gretchen wake up, or?
Well, Gretchen is drowsy, but yeah, she's kind of awake now. She's yelling. Well, not yelling, but she's muttering something in Goblin.
I try muttering something in Elven, see if she understands that. Then try Thieves Can't, see if she can understand that.
What was the first language you said?
Elven.
Okay, so I know what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm basically trying to see if anyone other than Pyman can communicate with Gretchen.
Thieves Can't is more like hand signals and gestures, so it'd be like Thieves Can't in Common or Thieves Can't in Elvish or whatever.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't understand anything that you're trying to put her away.
Miss Thara, do you know Goblin?
No.
We're gonna have it's gonna be a long night.
No, I'm just smacking Simon awake. Like, hey, get up, get up.
All right.
With the poisoning thing taken out, can I make another saving throw or?
Oh no, you don't need to make a saving throw anymore. You're just you wake up.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yeah.
That
I
was
guess
not
I have to
clear.
say that.
That was not clear that I woke up.
Oh,
That
sorry.
was I had just left him unconscious on the floor.
We're like, oh, look, that's odd. Never seen that before. But
I mean,
check
with
the
a
others.
nat 20
Smacks.
medicine check, yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. That worked
Mm.
better.
I smacked the mouse awake, and he took care of the 2 goblinoids.
What is wrong with you? I'm tired.
Oh, so you weren't
You may have been
Good
poisoned.
to know.
No.
You feel
What
you
is
feel
it?
quite a bit of you all feel quite a bit of anger emanating from Ticker.
I just look straight at him and be like,
I'm
you all
pretty
right?
angry
Aye,
that
lad, we've been poisoned. Aye,
Aaron
lad, you've been
woke me
poisoned.
up.
I just sort of like do just a tiny, like one hand, like, pry open your mouth like you would with like a pet cat and just check in and be like, oh, I don't see anything in there.
Wait, to me?
Yeah, to you. Just like, ooh, no,
I-
don't see anything.
I just bite down on your finger.
Well, it's not in your mouth. It's like on the sides of your jaw, so you like can push it open.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
like
gonna
you
move
would with a house
over.
cat.
I'm gonna move my mouth over and try to
I
bite
have
you.
control of your skull.
I'm still going to
Unless
try to.
Spencer wants to do a grapple check.
Sure, yeah, grapple check.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Brad, because let's say, or at least Theron, because you're literally pitting like someone down on the bed, and you've had time to do this. You have advantage.
Oh my gosh.
You know, if those people who poisoned us walk in right now, it's going to be a weird sight.
You just have like a child.
Me trying to figure out how to unpoison Mr. Hognar and frickin' Theron just practically strangling a child.
Ticker is standing against the wall by the door, and he's making sure his pistol is loaded and that there isn't anything that's gonna like cause it to break when it fires or anything.
All right. Do you guys want to get off the bed?
What just happened?
Yeah.
I didn't hear half of after what Maddie was saying, and then my computer just crashed.
It's Brad, you have advantage on the grapple. Do you want to grapple her like off the bed or?
It's just sort of like you would with like a house cat or whatever your hand, like from behind on top and from below.
The scruff of the neck is the term we're looking for.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll me a grapple check. Maddie, you roll to contest that.
Okay, so that would be
Athletics or acrobatics on
athletics or
Maddie's side.
acrobatics.
Athletics on, and it has to be athletics for
me.
Theron.
okay. So I could do acrobatics. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. My computer is still in the middle of rebooting, so do you just want to wait for that to fix, or do you want to roll?
I'm just gonna say that you probably win.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and it's a +5, so it's just 7.
It's what's your what's your acrobatics?
It was acrobatics, yeah.
Yeah, so my acrobatics is +4, my sleight of hand is +6, and my athletics is -1.
You have to use athletics.
Yeah.
No, even still, it's like okay.
There's a good chance you beat her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
more than
average should
likely.
be like either a 13 or a 14.
I would only have to get a 9 or higher on the die, which is a greater than 50% chance.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you just like grapple Pylon. You're just kind of holding her in the air. Gretchen wakes up and or at least is fully awake now because you guys are causing a commotion. Ragnar is still there on the bed, unconscious.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I can do for Hognar. Should I roll another Another medicine?
Do you want to like get him off the bed first, or?
I'm not sure that'll help.
Okay, all right. Yeah, roll me a medicine check.
While he's doing that with like Paimon, I'm like,
Not as good.
poison.
Let me go or I will scream.
Yeah, you notice that he's also been poisoned in a similar fashion, but
your mouth is being held open, so you probably can't speak.
His hand, or at least
Yeah,
like.
but I'm trying to get that out there that like I will scream.
It's like, hold still, you stupid rodent.
I scream.
All right.
Wait, after a cursory glance inside Paimon's mouth, I assume I don't find a leaf or anything like that obvious with the poison. Like what?
Yeah, it's like you don't find poison.
I just let go and remove my hands back, and I was like, "Ish." I mutter something about rodents in Elvish.
All right. But yeah, so the people next door was like, "Hey, could you keep it down in there? Some people are trying to sleep."
Well, it's probably gonna get louder, so.
Yeah, if he keeps testing me.
I just mentioned the fact that Tinker does not do quiet.
I mean, he only has firearm
and a whip, but that's not exactly a quiet weapon either, to be honest.
No. It's a little bit quieter, but it still breaks the sound barrier.
A lot of things are quieter than a gun.
Yeah, but a whip is not exactly quiet, and he's going to be using his gun.
A pillow is pretty effective.
Only if you're trying to smother them.
Okay.
Pillow is only effective if you're trying to smother them.
Okay, so Grognar's been poisoned in a similar way, but he has not stirred.
He has not stirred.
Aaron, over here, help me.
Well, what's wrong with the big guy? He looks fine to me.
He's been poisoned too. Let's.
Oh, lovely.
All right, let's see what we can do. I guess I'll give Theron an advantage for a medicine roll.
It might be better to do the other way around.
You sure?
I have +0 medicine.
Oh crap! I have a +1.
All right.
Would that be with me rolling again with advantage?
Yeah, because somebody's helping you, like hold the guy down.
All right. Well, that's
with an 18. It's like you managed to succeed to help him.
All right.
You just kind of like punch him in the gut, and then he spits it out.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm gonna regret this, and I just pull out and I just pistol whip him in the chest.
All right.
Why, Captain?
So he spits something out, and then he just like gets groggy. He's like, what was that?
You all right there?
I think so.
You all right, son?
I feel like it just got punched really hard in the gut.
Sorry about that, lad. Had to get the poison leaves out of you.
All right. Can I go back to bed now?
Sweet dreams, Mister Hognar. Sweet dreams.
All right then.
Mighty sorry about that.
He goes back to bed. What did the rest of you guys do?
Keeping watch by the door.
All right, you keep watch by the door.
Once we finish checking the rest of the crew for poison, I go back to meditation for 2 hours.
All right.
Servo's going to complete his.
Probably should have mentioned that it's like around 3 a.m. at this moment.
Well, at least when all this is happening. Bed, but I'm going to like go under the book covers.
All right.
Servo's gonna
curl up and.
scared.
Skirvo's going to enter the remaining because he was sleeping in bits and pieces throughout the boat ride earlier in the day. So he's going to shut down for like the remaining 30 minutes he needed.
Mm.
All right. While you're doing this, like Gretchen kind of wakes up, starts muttering things in Goblin because she's already awake. And she was under some impression that people have been poisoned, or at least got that much from Brobnar.
Yeah.
And she just like starts checking the room, and she looks under the rugs. Looks a bit too excited. What's it? So, Paimon.
Yeah.
Gretchen takes you off the bed and then forms you like a little bed made out of blankets on the side.
I thank her in Goblin.
All right, and she kind of like does the same for Brobnar, but just kind of like takes off the mattress instead. And so now your room is just a mess now.
So why did she do this? Is it because goblins are petty?
I mean, Paimon, do you want to ask her, or do you want to like get the interpretation from Brobnar? Because those are the two people that can speak Goblin at the moment.
I'll ask her.
What was that for, lass?
So what you get from the translation is that she says that the beds are booby trapped. She looked under the rugs and realized that there is a outline that just so happens, or at least that all the wooden boards just seem to connect to one another in such a fashion where if someone were to happen, press like a switch, then the bed would drop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll relay that to the rest of them. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
So, you guys wake up, or at least rather groggily. A couple hours pass, and it's now like 8 a.m.
Okay.
So, must have been up for a little while.
We do not have the current fighting ability to take on an Illithid.
Nope.
No.
We could probably kill the waitress, sure.
If they have the stats of a commoner.
Yeah. Not the Illithid, though.
Probably not.
He was a tough crewman.
So, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to escape through? What's it? You guys just want to like walk through the front door? I should mention that you guys have a window. Yeah, there's a window.
There is a window. Okay, out the window I go.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Oh, right.
Sneaky. I'm going to sneak out the window.
I guess each of you roll me an acrobatics check, or if you like want to tie like a secure rope, then
I have
acrobatics with advantage.
I have plenty of rope, so I'll tie a rope and then I'll try and sneak out of here.
Okay.
You said acrobatics with advantage if there's a rope?
Yes.
Okay, acrobatics. 20 plus 4.
Well, you got to make the rope first.
Well, I have rope, so.
All right.
Just tie it to something heavy in the room, and throw it out the window.
Well, yeah, but you gotta make sure that you make the right knot. So do
a knot tying check,
dexterity
which is a straight. According to the DMG, a knot tying check is a straight dexterity.
All right, make a straight dexterity check.
Okay. 14.
Makes a successful knot. Pretty proud of it yourself.
Okay. And then acrobatics, you said?
Yes, with advantage.
Boom. Boom. 11.
11 makes it.
15?
All right.
A 15 obviously makes it.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to escape through the window or no?
I'm gonna go with Skirbo.
I don't need the rope. I don't need no string. I don't need no. I make out like a swashbuckler. I practically go swinging down that rope. And the fanciest lad at the party.
Like, do you just yeet yourself out the window and just hit the ground?
Yeah, almost like a almost like a rag doll. Just throw myself out the window, yet somehow nimbly land on my feet.
Like, you land
Straighten my hat.
He's doing that for roleplay reasons, Spencer. He doesn't take fall damage.
No. It's not that. It's like I was just rolling for your 2 NPCs that you have with you.
Yeah.
Gretchen makes it down fine, but Hognar, he is going to be taking a second. He falls halfway through, and he takes 2 bludgeoning damage.
Ragnar?
Yes. So he kind of lands face first onto the concrete? Not concrete.
The
flagstone. There we go. Flagstone road.
Yeah. I bend over and help him up. Oh, nasty fall there.
I'm okay, sir.
I probably tied like a slip knot or something that I could just yank on the other end of the rope and collect it without having to climb back up.
All right. But yeah, so as you guys get out, you see that there is a group of people, or at least there's like a group of people like just starting to form in front of the building.
Okay.
The Research Institute.
We best hurry. Oh, you were supposed to... Oh, I pull out the papers. Need you to sign these, and I've got... If you want the job, you got to sign these waivers, and I start citing off the sections and the specific things of note.
I quickly read through it. So what was the? Is there anything important of note besides the wage, 1,000 gold per week, and then the revival cost?
Nope.
All right. Yeah. I sign it. Oh, there was I'm going to sell the leather armor. Yeah. We might want to pick up some supplies before we head out.
Yes, we've got plenty. We've got plenty of time.
2 hours to be precise.
Yep. So we should have enough time to, at the very least, collect some camping supplies, and then head back here. I'm not sure I can afford camping supplies.
How much gold do you have?
Horrible expensive.
8.
Yeah, a tent is 2 gold, and we need rations. Let's see, where are we headed out?
3 silver each. So.
Yeah.
As listening to the papers, you're heading. It's part of the non-disclosure agreement, and it says that everything will be explained in the first meeting.
Bless you, Jesus.
Thank you, God. That did not feel good.
I will say that there are just for for time's sake, yeah, there is there are stores where you're going.
It was just what kind of general environment is what I was getting at.
It's general environment. It's there will be places. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Okay. It was if it's like the desert, we don't want fishing gear, but if it's something like a river or area or forest or something, then fishing gear might actually be useful, along with hunting traps and the like.
All right. Yeah, it does. Okay, so it's somewhere in the contract. Bring desert gear.
Okay, so we should get hot weather gear.
Since Thrycreen do often live in deserts and jungles, and
you don't need to get anything.
Okay.
This is like your backyard.
Okay, I was just checking. And it actually gave me an idea. I'm going to add something to the armor page on the wiki.
All right.
Skirvo sets his jaw at a weird angle. Not built for the desert.
By the sounds of all the gears grinding, probably spent too much time there. Got sand in the gear.
Yeah, no. He's a salty sailor, not a sandy sailor. Hilariously, I don't actually need much. It just really more of what he's considering as buying is more for you guys.
Yeah. So
because it can never be said he wasn't a considerate captain.
Yeah. So group equipment should probably get a tent, at least one set of fishing gear, and maybe a couple hunting traps or iron skillet or something like that. Oh, wait a sec. Let me scroll back up. Outdoorsman's pack, backpack bedroll, common clothes, block and tackle, bucket, rope, candles, fishing tackle, hunting traps, jug, lamp, oil, mess kit, 10 pythons, iron pot, shovel, tent, tinderbox, whetstone, knife, rations, and water skin. Do we just want to have one of us get an outdoorsman's pack? Because that would get us tent, pot, shovel, knife, fishing tackle, hunting traps, extra oil, extra rope.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
So
one of you is just going to buy that?
I mean, it's got basically all the survival-y gear, save maps and compasses and the like.
All right.
I've got your compass right here. Flick open my flick open my
wait.
compass hand, and it keeps spinning.
You got a compass, so
yeah. And he stares at it for a good minute before he says, "I'll get back to you on which way north is."
Let's see here. So, outdoorsman's pack. There's between us 4 player characters, that'd be 4 gold each. And then there was just 1 extra gold that one of us can pitch in an extra 1 or something like that, if we want to split it. I'm just doing math.
Fine by me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we're all pretty tight on gold. However, I am now at 4
so
gold.
How much gold was that per?
It's 4 for each of us, and the one person pays an extra 1.
I'll pay the extra because I have quite a bit of gold left over.
Okay.
I do not.
So, I'll just write it down in notes. Group has 1 outdoorsman's pack. Okay. And then those of us who actually use clothes and things, hot weather clothes is 10 gold each. I'll wait a second. How much is it sell leather armor? It's selling is half cost, so is there I assume there's an armor vendor that's easily found.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I wish to sell the basic leather armor.
All right. So you want to haggle?
Sure. Yeah, I'll haggle up from 5 to. We'll try for 10, but I don't think I'll be able to get it sold for 10.
All right. Roll.
Persuasion.
Roll persuasion.
Not bad. Not my best skill, but I'm pretty good at it.
Very bad.
This
campaign really loves the number 13.
So he's just like thinking, no, buy it for 7.
Hey.
7 you say? Yeah, I'll take 7.
That's pretty good.
All right.
And then I'll buy hot weather gear, which only costs me a net of 3 gold instead of 10.
Right.
Hot weather clothes. That puts me at 11. Hot weather clothes.
Assuming the other two are able to get their own equipment.
Yeah, they can kind of do that.
Yeah.
Gretchen's used to living in the desert, so she doesn't need to.
Excellent.
And let's see here.
Megan,
rations.
Forgive me for making sure my crew is as stocked up as they can be.
Yeah, and then let's see here. Are we going to do group rations, or are we just going to have her each just get her own stash of rations?
Makes no difference to me.
Because I mean, they're 3 silver a pop. So
I'm gonna spend 3 gold to buy 10 rations for myself.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll do that as well. Let's see here. 11 minus 3. Oh, no, wait.
While everyone else is getting their rations, I'm reading more of that newspaper.
Okay.
Who's got good wisdom? Who's got good wisdom?
I have a +1.
I have a +1.
+1.
So I'm the only one who doesn't have a +1. Great. Like, whoever's got good wisdom, we might want to get our cook's utensils or something. I don't know. Outdoorsman's pack, we've got a pot and a knife and a mess kit. So that is the extent of our cooking utensils.
Sturvo, one of the articles that you read is that, what's it? More missing people this week.
Oh, lovely.
You know, nothing too out of the ordinary.
Yeah, but where does it say they went missing around?
It says that a couple of people went missing around night. Around the southern district. They seem to be like newcomers in town, in fact.
We're in the southern district, aren't we?
Yes.
Skirvo's going to call over Theron.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Theron, come look at this. I show him the article.
What an interesting coincidence.
I think we might have our culprits.
Indeed. But for now, if we stay low and hidden, that would suit us better. Then we can come back later when we are better prepared.
Agreed. These debts must be paid.
Yes.
He'll return to reading more of the paper while everyone else is is still getting their stuff figured out.
All right.
How much gold was it before for a paper?
I think it was like just a gold piece.
I definitely spent silver on it.
Okay, yeah, it definitely wasn't worth more than 1 gold piece.
Yeah. Because I had 10 gold, but I had 9 gold and 5 silver pieces left.
So it's 5 silver.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that would make more sense.
Yeah, I was considering whether or not I should get today's issue as well.
All right.
I'll wait.
Okay.
We'll wait for now.
There's one other thing I think I'm gonna get. I want to get a bag of caltrops.
All right.
I mean, from the sounds of it, Spencer, this is practically the Sunday article.
Yeah.
It's a pretty beefy newspaper.
I mean, they gotta put something in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
So it's been almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
When everyone's done with their stuff, head on down immediately to the place for the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you guys, or at least you guys went to 2 separate shops. At least 2 separate shops. So yeah. Okay, so the district that you gotta go to is 30 minutes away, and it takes 30 minutes for each shop to figure out what you want to get. And you went to 2 shops, and that means you got 30 minutes to get back. There we go. So it's around like 9:30.
Well, I've started a quest list, and one of them's missing people.
5 quests. Missing humans. Well, not necessarily humans, but I mean,
yeah,
missing persons. People.
All right.
To the place that we are going to get work.
Yep.
All right. Back
nice.
to the Research Institute. So, as you guys get back, you guys start seeing like a crowd of other adventurers. That all just so happen to be here for the exact same reason. Then you see, the strange the golden masked-headed man. It was like, hello there, fellow. Hello there. I see that you guys brought papers with you. I guess I will take those from you. You are to join me on the next expedition, which is to be now.
He was addressing us specifically, I'm assuming. Nobody else
yes,
had papers out?
No, everyone else had papers out. It's like, but here he took up theirs because they arrived like an hour ago.
All right. I hand over our papers because I assume everyone for some reason trusted the captain with the papers.
Sure.
Yes, Skirvo, you are now a dedicated paper pusher.
That's what you get for being the captain. You have to fill out all the bureaucratic red tape.
I mean, that's part of being the captain. I had to deal with all the bureaucratic
bureaucracy. Yeah, all the bureaucracy.
Yeah,
it's all your problem.
Yeah, that was the problem with being the first mate. All the bureaucratic nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what was it? And with like a bright light, you see that that's the archway to a nearby to a nearby district just lights up into just like a giant desert as the theoretical door has been opened.
I mean, we are in the city of doors, so.
Yep.
Yeah. So Beladros is the first, or at least is just the first, and he just kind of like walks in and then motions for all of you to follow.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Didn't make sense when Star Trek had the captain leading the away missions. I don't see why it would start now.
All right.
Anyways, we head on in.
So the group of you head on in, and like the temperature difference just varies significantly as it gets like 30 degrees warmer, as there's just a giant glaring sun that beats down on you. However, something seems to be a bit off about it.
So
off, you say? What kind of role would this off be?
Nature.
One of my worst roles.
I feel you there.
Oh, apparently it's one of my better roles tonight, lads.
All right.
I'm either rolling 13 or 21 tonight.
Even third, it's like, wait a minute, suns aren't gray.
What? Why not gray?
Suns.
Oh.
The sky is gray.
Hold up.
Yeah. You know what? Weirdly, Skirvo's probably the only one who can actually directly look into the sun.
Listen. But there's just wind howling all around you, and as soon as like the last person in this giant group of people, there's also like a caravan train that's also kind of been going along with you. As soon as like the last one gets stops, Beladros stomps like the giant sort of rod that he has on the ground 3 times, and the door closes with all of you kind of out here.
You said the sun was gray?
Yes, a gray sun.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's sand all around you. There's like just really loud kind of wind off in the distance. However, Beladros's voice does not falter at or at least when he's addressing to you. Welcome to Jazeera, gentlemen. I will not lie. The chances of your survival are small. Some of you may even turn against your friends as living corpses. But you have my word that I will use all my arcane knowledge to make sure that your souls are brought back to Sigil.
A comforting thought. Don't you just love this place already?
Sun.
So
The
come.
sun's gray.
Oh yeah. So then he continues. So come, follow me. Help me strike down the foes that come against us. Help me find this eldritch amulet. I'm not doing this for my own selfish studies, but for the good of Sigil. And then he kind of like notions to you off into the distance as the wind kind of like stops in this line, or at least that you can see it because the sand particles are just like stop, and then you can finally see the bright image of like this impossibly sized pyramid like structure with a single spire at the very top. And that is where we will end today's session.
Okay.
Stare into the pyramid-like structure.
Any luck with getting a level there?
Yes.
Yay!
Because now it is the official start, I guess?
The official start of the campaign, the prologue's over?
Yes. The prologue is over.
We were at level 1, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that is where we are ending the session. We'll be back eventually. Hard to say exactly when. Yeah, that's the end of the session. Thanks for tuning in, anyone who did. Bye.